Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video, and I'm also going to be doing a first impressions of the, I don't know if it's still new, but the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. I'm very skeptical of this concealer because I think it's just kind of like a hyped up product right now. But I'm going to test it out today. It's taken me quite a few weeks to actually get my hands on a shade that would even fit my skin tone. Last week at Ulta, I saw the lady restocking these, so I got really excited and I bought one. I'm not gonna use this right this second, but I will be testing this out. First impressions, you guys can see what I really think about it. So to get started, my face is clean and I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream, and this is in the shade Light, and I'm gonna be using a damp beauty sponge. And I have a mirror down below the camera so that I can see myself, so that's why I'm gonna be looking down. I feel like I take about 10 minutes to blend out my foundation. So my foundation is on, it's all blended, and I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. So I have the shade Fair Neutral. I didn't really know what shade would be really good for my skin tone because there were so many shades, which is a good thing that they did have so many shades, but I was kind of lost, like I don't know which one's gonna be perfect for me. So I'm just going with this one. I'm gonna try it out and hopefully it works for me. So this is the huge applicator. Everybody's been kind of like, oh my gosh, that thing is huge. I don't know why they made it so big if it's a concealer, but I don't know, we're gonna try it out. And I'm not a pro by any means. I'm just kind of, in the mirror, it doesn't look as white as it does on camera. A little down my nose. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend all of this in. The color looks so white on camera, but it doesn't look that bad in the mirror, so hopefully this isn't too light for me. It's so white. Oh my goodness. So blended out, it doesn't look that bad. So this is the concealer all blended out. I used my damp beauty sponge like you saw. In the camera it looks really light, but in the mirror with the natural daylight coming in, it looks perfectly fine. So I don't know if it's the camera kind of changing it a little bit, but I'm going to set it now with some of my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and this is the shade 003 Natural. So I'm just going to be using this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, just kind of like dabbing some of the powder to set the concealer. So that is my foundation and concealer and powder all finished up, and now I'm going to move on and do my eyebrows. And I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. This is my favorite eyebrow product to use because I think it makes your eyebrows look the most realistic. I'm just brushing through and it does a great job of blending everything together, so it looks super natural. So eyebrows are done and I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to start off with my Lorac eyeshadow primer. And today for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Lorac Pro palette. And I'm going to be taking a Real Techniques brush and dipping it in this pewter color right here, which you can tell is my favorite out of this whole palette. And what's funny is I think I used this in my everyday makeup video that I did a couple months ago. And I just blended that eyeshadow out with this SL Miss Glam Blend Beauty brush that I got in my January Ipsy bag. Next, what I like to do is take this Wet n Wild, it's kind of like a shading brush, and take the shade Gold in this palette and just put it on the center of my eyelids. I think adding a lighter shadow to the center of your eyelids creates more dimension, and I really love how that looks. And next I'm gonna take this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and take the shades White and Cream and kind of mix them and pop them under my eyebrows. And then I'm gonna take Nude and pop it on the inner corner of my eyes. So I'm going to put this palette away and move over to my Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to use the black shade just so I can line my eyes. I don't really love the black eyeshadow that's in that Lorac palette. I think it's kind of like powdery, so it's not as black as it could be. So I'm going to be taking the shade Blackout in my Naked 2 palette so I can line my eyes, and I do that with a small liner brush from Wet n Wild as well. And next I'm going to be doing mascara, and this is L'Oreal's Voluminous Original in Blackest Black. So eyes are all done, and now I'm going to move on to bronzer. I just bought this Too Faced, which one is it? Chocolate Soleil in Medium Deep. I was going to get the lighter bronzer, but I just felt like it was too light for me. So this is the Medium Deep, and so far I'm really liking it. So for blush, I'm going to be using MAC Love Cloud. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to apply it with an e.l.f. brush. And now for highlighter, I have fallen in love with a Tarte highlighter. This is the shade Stunner, and it is so pretty. And I'm going to apply that with a Real Techniques setting brush. And now for lipstick, I'm going to be using MAC Syrup. This is such a pretty color. I think this could possibly be my new favorite MAC lipstick. So my makeup is all finished, and the last thing I like to do is take this Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray and just kind of mist my entire face to set my makeup. So that is the finished look for today's Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed it. And now I want to talk a little bit more about the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So overall, I think this is a good product. I'm very interested to see how it lasts throughout the day. I've heard people say that they haven't had a problem with it creasing or anything under their eyes. I feel like that's kind of a problem with me with concealer. So hopefully this does not crease under my eyes. I really love the coverage so far. It's definitely a medium to full coverage concealer. At first I thought the shade was a little too light for me. It looked super white on the camera. But now that I'm done with my makeup, I think it's a pretty good match. So I'm very interested to see how it lasts throughout the rest of the day. I'm not really sure that it's worth the price because I think it was $30, but hopefully it lasts a long time. So far I'm liking it. I think the coverage is great, and it did a very good job of kind of brightening up under my eyes. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. So that is gonna wrap up today's video. It was a little bit different than things I've done before. I would like to start doing more videos like this in the future. Just more sit down, kind of more relaxed, testing out new makeup products, things like that. So please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm almost to 100 subscribers and I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I already know what I'm gonna give away and I'm so excited for it. So please subscribe to my channel. And with that, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and thanks for watching.